And of course I got an ad at the thing. Hi everybody, hi. I hope everyone's having a lovely day. And yeah, I'm having a good start to my week so far. I woke up a little sick today, but I'm feeling a lot better. Are y'all ready to slay? Well, I guess continue to slay. I don't know what's it. We're going to be slaying our last princess today. Hopefully. If y'all have a refresher, we played this about a week ago, and I absolutely love this game so far. It is spectacular. It's phenomenal. I'm really like liking these. Would you call them like? Would you call this like a visual novel? I guess. Tend to wonder about this princess. Yeah, unfortunately, this princess is not in a castle. She's in a cabin in the woods. And this is a love story. There's no wrong decisions, only new perspectives and new beginnings. Well, I've had a lovely journey on this trip so far. I kind of almost don't want it to end, but I'm excited to finally slay the princess. And now to say again, please don't spoil anything because this is pretty much where I'm going in blind. I have, like, I saw like a few routes, but I did not see the ending. I was very careful not to spoil the ending for myself. I know there are like multiple endings, I think, or I don't know if it was like talking about like the, like, different princesses, but oh, excuse me, hope I don't get the hiccups. That'd really be inconvenient. But yeah, this game has been really phenomenal. I've loved it so far. I love the art style, I love the voice acting. Everything about this is just top notch, 10 out of 10. And I do hope that the ending... Oh! I was not expecting that. Okay, that kind of creeped me out a little bit. Talk about perfect timing, goddamn. Yeah, so let's go. I guess that's our cue to stop dilly-dallying, and let's go ahead and continue where we left off.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, shit.
And at the end of that...
I hit new game, my bad. I messed it up. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Ah. How do I turn that off? We'll let that out in post. No one can see my hentai Minesweeper. Wow, I'm sorry I killed the mood there. I kind of lost the momentum there. No? Okay. Alright, I guess So sorry about that, guys. Oh, wait, so it was continue. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really bad at this. I'm really sorry about that. Alright, let's just do a do-over, okay? Let's just pretend that didn't happen, and we'll just continue like, normal.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So I have done these before. It did say continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
There's always a cabin, and there's always a table, and there's always a knife. Hi, Vault Hunter. Hope I'm having a good day so far. I am having a good day so far. I hope you're having a lovely day too. It's good to see you again. It's been too long.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, it's interesting that the narrator, he always says the same, no matter what route, he always says, the blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. And he always says, if the princess truly lives here, then killing her would be a favor. I wonder if that's like... So I think we're going to find out what the narrator is, up to. Let's see. I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
We're here to
It'd
slay
be rather
after all.
difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her
Wait,
a
have you
favor.
completed full run of this game yet? No, I have not. I mean, I've done like a few, we call them like routes, but I have not like beaten the game. So if you can, please don't spoil the ending, because this is like a blind playthrough, okay? Just giving you a heads up, hon. Thank you.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, hon. I really appreciate it. Got a fresh bottle of water right here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's see. I don't think I've done checking in on you, have I?
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Oh, you have no idea.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Let's see. I haven't decided yet. I don't think I've done that one. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife? and the two of us just talk.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Gotta tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she's bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. What do you guys think? Because I think what we pick is basically going to become reality. I've noticed a lot, like our thoughts or like our words, they become reality. I vote just Slay. No, we've already done Slay before, I think. I'm trying to do like a talk thing. Let's see. Because I think that was the adversary? The buff demon version of the princess? How about... I'm not dropping the blade. I think I'll go with that one.
Then I'm not talking to you.
It seems we've reached an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Ah, okay, now that's to... Damn it. I was hoping we'd just be like, have like the most intense staring contest ever. Alright. Alright, so guys, what do you think? Should I drop the blade or should I slay the princess? We have 1 vote to slay. Put a 1 in the chat for drop the blade and 2 for slay the princess. I sound like somebody I know. Well, if we have 1 vote for slay, and I guess we've already exhausted our options. Let's see if the slate has anything different.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
No, I'm pretty sure this is... Yep. Oh! I guess give up? That's, Sorry about that. I forgot that there was, like... Okay, we had the flea, we did the... So that one was the... one with the mask at the bottom. The middle one was the demon lady. And I guess just give up is the other option?
Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground, uselessly. You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Unfortunately it is. Mental Jin, it's been an honor.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
I mean, from my perspective, this is still a win in my book. You know, aside from the internal bleeding.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a win. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Yep.
And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
What a way to go. The tower. Oh, I haven't seen that one before.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. But I die. What am I doing here? She's gonna kill me again? Let's see. Turn around and leave. I always like doing that, just turning around and leave. Wait, hasn't this already happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
And the narrator always, like, they're very coy. They're very, like they obviously know more than they're telling, but they still don't really. Either they're lying or they generally don't know about the time loops.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Alright. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Already happened. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
Yeah, and the princess, she always, like... I'm very curious, because she's definitely not, like, a normal human. The princess, like, very consistently has, like, superhuman strength and, like, can, like, rip us in half. Like, it's very strange. I hopefully that the answer will come when we finally beat the game, but I have a lot of questions.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations.
Just a princess, they say.
Given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Okay, I think that these different timelines or different worlds, they always make like a point to have like mirrors and broken glass. I think that these different routes are just a reflection of whatever it is that's at the center of this all, at the center of all this. If like how if you have a bunch of mirrors around something, they're all gonna have different perspectives on it. You know, no two will be the exact same if they're all spread around thing. I'm not good at words, but that's just my theory.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess,
To be fair,
left
neither are
unattended,
we.
brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Oh yeah, we're like some kind of weird bird person that's like not really brought up a lot. That we're like a bird person. Just like the occasional, and the narrator notably never sees him. That's right. The narrator can't see. We're the only ones that can see the mirror. And we can't. The princess in the ghost route, they could see broken glass everywhere, but we couldn't. So I wonder what that's gonna be. And again, this is like me going blind, and I don't know the answer. I'm not asking for to tell me. This is just me spitballing before we get to the end.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
Okay, Jerry, from Rick and Morty.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Yeah, to quote you from last time, she's just princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine. Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
I mean, fair.
You're being annoying.
Also fair.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
The Spectre seems to call the voices shards of glass rather than literal. Okay. Okay, I thought they said there was shards of glass all around the floor. That may be what I was mixing up.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. Great.
It'd be funny if I just ran.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Aw. Chin up, man.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, so this is definitely a lot more imposing and I wonder what this says, are we shaping this or is the princess shaping this? Because I think it'd be us, because that it seems daunting just to even pick up the blade, to climb a ladder and reach up to the altar.
The blade is your implement.
And they say the blade is your
You'll need it
implement,
if you want
always.
to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
There is.
Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Yeah, just covered in feathers. Like the... Well, no, birds aren't born with feathers. They grow them.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
Oh.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I want to see how handsome I am. I care whether or not I'm being lied to. There is a mirror, yeah.
As do I. And
So
yeah,
that's interesting. The narrator
is.
can't see our thing, our face, our body, whatever. That is interesting.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Okay, well they still know that we, like, preening, like we're a bird person thing, but interesting.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense.
Alright, approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Yeah, this guy's such a downer. Well, we'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I guess we're about as prepped as we'll ever be. I wonder what princess we'll get. I don't think I've seen this one. Ooh, that's spooky.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Man, this is like... again, like I don't mean to keep going on tangents here, but this is like peak, like, if you're playing like D&D or Pathfinder, whatever RPG, this is like peak, like, descriptions for, describing the environment to your players, because, like, like, you have, like, the sound of the basement door creaking, you have the visual of, like, the steps being almost as deep as you are tall, the smell of incense, that is just, like it paints, like, this picture in your head, even though, like, this drawing, beautiful drawing, by the way, is, like, monotone, black and white, like, you just, like, it's almost like you can picture yourself in that staircase as you're being described to. It is just, like, chef's kiss. This is just, like, hitting all the buttons for me. I love it. I really love this game. They really did a good job on this.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
He always says that. He always says slaying her is probably doing her a favor. I wonder what that means. Oh. One second, guys. Gonna do something real quick. No, not Twitter, Twitch. Excuse me, I was just gonna type out something real quick in my Discord server. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. Just doing a little something. Where was I? Oh yeah, from the top. Stone basement. Like a big, imposing staircase just seems to go on deep into whatever dungeon this is.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Yes, Mommy?
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Okay, down boy.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Guess we continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
I was not expecting this.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
I'm gonna take a sip of water. Just, put the dogs away.
Drop it.
Yes, Mommy.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor.
We didn't have to do that.
Yes we did.
And yet you did.
She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
I'm tempted to say no, but... Come on. I'm moving my mouse with both hands. I can't fight it. Fight it.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again.
Trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
Okay, I'm sorry, but she's doing the what's that meme of like where it's like I had to do it to him, and it's like the guy holding like. I'm sorry, I just thought of that meme. It kind of snapped me out of that.
Speak.
The last time we met?
I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Let's see. Should I remain silent, tell her the truth, or resist? No, I won't tell you.
You will.
Oh, she's doing the...
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
Okay, you need to calm down.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice.
Hello, is it Lilium? Tratum? Hi. Welcome to the gaming table. We're playing Slay the Princess. This is my, first playthrough of it. And, in battle to our princess, our queen, our goddess. Yes, this is the route we've, unfortunately, or, fortunately, if you're into that, taken. I don't know what this route is called, but, they definitely seem to be convincing our character. But I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to enroll doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. I have a question for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? I'm not going to end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. I'm yours at your command. Let's see. See, what happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Let's see. Well, it seems like there's no... there's no actual, like... It's either... Okay. I was gonna say, just because you're supposed to in the world doesn't mean you have to. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself? Yeah.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Well, I guess that makes a good point. I mean, not a good point morally, but like a good point, like as a narrative sense. Oh, are we back? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Seems the goddess crashed the stream. Yeah, they're too powerful. They're even affecting the stream. Sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. Just, OBS has been doing that lately. I don't know why. It just randomly stops and then comes back on. At least the stream is still going, right? Alright. Well, since I got everyone's attention, what do you guys think I should do? Should I resist or should I pledge myself to the princess? Put a 1 in the chat for fight and 2 for submit. Let's put it up to a vote. This is a democracy. Got 1 for fight. One to resist. Alright, so it's tied. Alright. Voice of Chaz not your ally. Alright. That's fair. Then I guess I will fight.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
Democracy manifest. I was enjoying a succulent Chinese meal.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh. Why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? Can't click that. Hello? Are we back? I'm so sorry, guys. I have no idea what's going on with my internet. Alright, I don't know where we got up to before it cut off, but I was just saying that all of these answers are blocked off. We cannot pick anything other than the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
I don't like how even the voices are submitting to the princess. That is concerning. I hate you so much, all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm gonna kneel you forever. I think that's your answer, Archritum. Her will trumps over yours.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
This is making me feel things.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
I don't think it's gonna end how you want, narrator.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for unclear language. End her.
Oh, I can't even resist. I can't even slay the princess. No. Come on. That's a crazy needle, yeah. Well, I guess it's a needle to her, but to us it's a bit more like a... Is there like a way to just tough it out? Just hold on to this thing? If I click this like 20 times, is it gonna unlock? You must have chosen something earlier. There's a path that allows you to slay her? Ooh. Yeah. But this is the path we got on. I'm sure there's other paths, but...
No, you can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done. The blade and the hand that wields it remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god. It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion. But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there.
Oh?
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Oh.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Wait, is she allowed to do that? Hold on. This is how the game's supposed to be played.
You bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries, your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever. No.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
I wonder what would have happened if I resisted her without the knife.
We will. I promise.
I know you will.
everything goes dark, and you die.
The apotheosis.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. And at the end of the path is a cabin!
Oh my god, I found my okay, this is my favorite voice. So alright, that was good.
Excuse me? Come on, man. We can see it right in front of us. And besides, we've been here like, what, 5 times already?
I think this is 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
Who cares? The woods are always the worst part anyway. Nothing ever happens in them. I care. Every single time you've been here, it means an entire other reality has been damned to oblivion. One reality is already an incalculable loss. And there is a massive difference between 3 and 5. Feels like the numbers getting thrown around here are too big not to be abstract.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers like 5. Numbers like entire realities. At the end of the day, it's all just silly, isn't it? None of us can count to a whole reality, and he's asking us to think about the difference between 3 and 5. You're already starting to lose the thread. Just because you can't personally sum up the contents of an entire reality doesn't mean that the people inhabiting it don't contain moral value.
What other people, though?
If you have any sense of ethics left in there, if you have any moral compass, please, you have to stop her.
Don't you get it? Might makes right, and she didn't even have to touch us last time to prove her power.
So what? Just because she made us kill ourselves, we're supposed to submit to her authority without question?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I knew when to surrender to our better. You would have lost eventually anyway, and it would only have made her angry.
It's like
Only have made
it's like Doctor
things
Strange and
worse.
Dormammu, you know, like he can kill us over and over again, but at the end of the day, if we just keep resisting over and over again, they're not gonna win. They're just gonna... We can't win, but neither can they, forever. That's just...
Oh, for the love of... Can you all please just get on with it?
You could have just
Stop
pledged
making
yourself,
this
but you have
any
chosen
easier for
pain.
yourselves. Do we even have agency right now? We either do what she wants, or we do what he wants. Either way, we're listening to somebody. Please, nothing in life is a binary. Obviously, we find a third choice that nobody wants.
You all talk about choices and freedom, but there is no choice when it comes to the will of a god.
I'm going to cut you off right there. She is not a god, and the more times you fail, the harder it becomes for you to succeed. But the fact that you're still here means you still have a chance to pull this off. So, princess, dangerous, cabin, slay, now.
I love how done the narrator is. Okay, so now hold on, I have so many questions.
And right now you have neither the time nor the mental acuity to handle a single response. It's now or never.
I'm not going to the cabin until I have answers. What am I?
As you finish your inane question, the ground breaks beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
I don't think we do.
As you step forward, the cabin explodes.
Okay, I wasn't expecting a Dark Souls boss in my visual novel game, but here we are.
You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
And
You watch,
suddenly, Neon Genesis
paralyzed awe
Evangelion.
and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you. The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Hey, funny one, did you say something about a third option earlier, one that would make everyone unhappy?
Well, we could always run away, right? To where? I don't know. Anywhere.
You're all ruining the moment of her ascension. Have you no respect for the divine?
Fuck it, we ball.
With a grim determination, you yank the blade from the trunk. Yeah, this feels right. She doesn't get to just smugly stand over us like we don't matter. Let's take her down a peg.
Let's fucking go!
You're not going to win. You know that, right? What are you going to do with that tiny blade? Give her a scratch?
Even if that's all we manage, I'd rather go down swinging. See how everything's floating around her? I bet we could make it if we just jumped really hard. You gather yourself, closing your eyes and shutting out the towering vision of the princess. There is only her and you. That's all there ever was. It's time to face her.
Charge into oblivion.
You launch yourself towards the princess. The pull of her gravity catches you, carrying you across the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Such defiance even now.
Ooh,
Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end that which is destined to end everything.
Don't you see how hopeless this is? She fears nothing.
Enter the pristine cut section. Ooh.
That's right, she doesn't! So she has no idea what she's in for. With a heavy thump, you land on her chest.
Nice.
It's now or never. We've come this far. Let's take it home.
Carve into her divine heart.
You strike, but her skin is like steel. Though you stab at her again and again, the wounds are superficial, mere etchings in a sprawling surface.
You see? It was always pointless. All this has done is bring us close to her. And how beautiful it is to be so close.
It's not pointless, it can't be. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't some hope we could succeed.
Is that all?
The princess plucks you from her chest, pinching the scruff of your neck delicately between two fingers as she brings you to eye level.
I forgive you your transgressions, but my destiny is inescapable.
She thinks she's so much better than us. There has to be something else we can do. We're not going out like this.
He offered us forgiveness. You would turn down such an incredible gift. You would turn away from her glory for something as petty as pride.
A Saiyan always keeps his pride. I don't know. Let's... Fuck it. If this is going to be the end, then I'm going to make my mark. Something that she remembers.
Yes! Yes! Let's give her something to remember.
Yeah! This guy gets it.
You concentrate your will to a fine point and hurl your blade at the princess's eye. It flies through the night sky and...
and then nothing. She could never be harmed by...
It pierces her cornea. She howls, recoiling in pain, and you fall from her distracted hand. You hit the ground with a painful thud. She narrowly misses you as she comes crashing down to her knees.
So Artemis Regium, you are not the willful key that will turn the lock of my liberation. You are an enemy to be smitten by my hand.
The princess holds up her monumental hand, its glowing palm radiating a blinding light. It grows and grows until it's all you can see. And then you erupt, your very soul mere kindling to her light. The inferno incinerates everything that is you. And with it... No, that's not right. Why is it hot? I'm not supposed to be able to feel anything. Oh, no.
You leave me no other choice. Suffer for the crime you have committed against my divine body. Damnation will purify us both.
There's nothing left to burn, yet still you persist amid a world unraveled.
It's cold now, and I feel small. I thought I was everything. But I'm no better than you, am I?
You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Silence as you approach. The voices all have burned away. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then... So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you part of me, or are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
If you're not me, then what are you?
I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Anytime you thought yourself dead. Not actually died, but thought you died.
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Awake. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant.
You know, that is a fair point, you know. I will admit that is a good point.
For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Sure. Whenever I try getting answers for unpenetrable, why are you suddenly being so open?
Her nature is to become what others perceive her to be. If you actually knew what she was, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
So I was right about that. Our thoughts shape the realities. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? What's my true identity? If you made me, then what am I? I don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. Am I not a living being? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? I don't think we could be able to ask all these questions before they're gone. What is the princess? Did you make her too? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts.
Hello,
of oblivion.
how do you pronounce that? Tnurcap? Hi, we are playing Slay the Princess, and, yeah, we are kind of on what I imagine is the end of the, game, but, yeah, this is my first playthrough, so I guess we'll do multiple playthroughs to get all the answers.
When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, we will remember them. All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
I don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. Am I not a living being?
You never were. You are the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality. But you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her. but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
I don't want to be a god, I want to be me. A god, I always knew I was special. Are you a god, or were you a god? Why would you want to rid the world of death? I'm pretty sure death is good, actually, important even. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Ran out of questions. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her. I want you to know that before you die for good, Rest-Easing will destroy her. Rest-Easing will destroy her. Lie. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Say nothing and watch him in. Yeah, I'm just going to say I think you're out of time, buddy.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Goodbye. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Okay.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I just know the name of the chapters in regarding this game like a book. It's kind of funny to call this an epilogue. Yeah, it's... I don't even know what exactly to call this. It's been like a... I wouldn't even say it's like a loop. It's more like a... It's like putting pieces of broken glass together to reform a picture. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have any say in all this? Why is this falling all on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, the entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you are always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have any say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh.
You are weightless and alone, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. A tiny island caught between the death of the old and the birth of the new.
Boss fight visual novel style? Let's fucking go.
But you did not go quietly. You spat in the eye of that which would claim godhood, and through that defiance, you bound us both together. Without me, there are no externalities to resist. And without you to resist me, there can be no externalities. It is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
Even when you became a shadow of a god, one good shot was all it took to bring you crashing down. Address this special statement directly? Ooh. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change stagnation, but isn't that what all any of this has been about? You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Ooh, I wanna do the top one. That is like you were consumed by your own ego. Even now you want to be mean to her. You're consumed by your own ego.
And you shed your doubts to rise against me. It was only together that we were able to create something beautiful. Your lever tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
She started it.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Address the statement directly. Okay, I feel like addressing the vessels is just gonna distract me and like it's a tactic to get me to like focus my attention away from them. I was blinded by emotion, we both know that. I want that feeling back. That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight like we are.
Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
I won't leave with you now until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. Shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
But without redemption, there can be no sin. If I had known what you were, I never would have freed you. I would sacrifice anything to free you again.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all. The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself
The fun
no
princess.
longer sat on our shoulders?
It was meaningless, neither of us could ever truly win. It was unnecessary, we could have worked together, built something better. We'd have to each other.
So bleakly nihilistic. Is death the end, or is it the birth of something new? If you cannot find meaning in living, how will you find meaning if you strip me from existence?
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I don't know what to pick. I was more just like seeing all the options. I wanted to see like all the options, but like are they really like evil? They're not really bad. There are no wrong answers. Every perspective illuminates her, and shadows shares new secrets. Yeah, but I just I'm not really arguing with her, or at least not trying to really, but I never wanted to fight you. But how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Well, I guess we just have to free ourselves. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Guys, we did it. We touched grass. We touched grass, guys. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Through conflict is your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Well, that was an amazing game, honestly. That was like... I really just cannot even put into words the... Like I did kind of joke around there a bit and... kind of drum it up for the stream, but I really love this game. This is a beautiful visual novel, and like it left me guessing all the way up until the end. And just on a technical level too, the art, the voice acting, the everything is just really well done. I can't really think of any other game quite like this, you know? This is truly a unique game. I mean, I'm probably sure there are some be like, actually, this game takes inspiration from this game. You know, it's, aw, that's a cute thing. Aw. Wednesday, spoons and nubs. Aw. Wait, they have a pet axolotl? That's really cool. Our song. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI just by pressing H. Ooh. Game of the decade for me? Yeah, this is a really great game. I have no idea. I'm guessing this are like the... this is like my playthrough, I guess? Because, you know, like the Princess Oblivion, it's, Hitching a Ride. Yeah, that was the Apotheosis. That was the last one we did. So I'm guessing that was just like the path I took. I'm sure there's like possible longer or shorter routes to take, but yeah, for my first playthrough, this was, this was really fun. I had a great time. Now that you finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. Ooh! You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab. and it's full of clues to help you find undiscovered vessels and directions. Happy hunting. Nice. I don't know if I'll do this like... Oh, join the Discord, join our mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game, return to the main menu. Oh, what does make your playlist do? Oh. Oh, Spotify. Cool. So this is like the playlist from the game. Awesome. Yeah, there's even like new ones from the Pristine Cut update. Wow. Wow, I did not realize this was like 2 years ago was when the game launched. This is really cool. But no, this was an excellent game. I guess return to the menu from here. Or play our other game. What's their other game? Okay, it's opening Steam. Scarlet Hollow, ooh. This was from before Slay the Princess too. So I guess they make games like this. The game is really good. Oh, I don't know if I read that, but yeah, this is really... This definitely is like... This game definitely is a masterpiece, I would say. It really... I don't know exactly what the differences in the update brought. I didn't play the game before the Pristine Cut update, but it really is fantastic, and I cannot sing praises to the developers of this game and the actors and everybody that was involved with this high enough. This was a lovely game, and I appreciate the people here that watched it along with me and took the journey with me. It was fantastic. I wasn't like, did they ever explain why they were a bird though? That's the one question. Is like, why were you a bird though? I'm just kidding. But they squeezed Slay the Princess in between the episodes in that one. They did? Wait, so they worked on this game between another game, or like an update for another one? That's even crazier. Like, wow, that is like something else. Silent Hall is not finished? It's not? Oh. Well, I will definitely add that to my radar. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming along on this journey with me to Slay the Princess, even though we ended up, I guess you could say, not doing that. SV episodes though, it's playable. Yeah, I saw it on Steam. That was one of the links that I clicked on. But yeah, no, this was again just, I mean, look at that. That is all like a pencil drawing that they did. All the art was pencil and paper, you know. They just did like, you know, the 3D effects, you know, digitally, you know, but it's just so... It's worth at least 3 playthroughs. Yeah, I might do something, like, you know, offline. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be doing more streams of this, unfortunately, just because, you know, it's not exactly time-consuming, but, like, I'd probably just want to, like, go at it, chew at it at my own pace, you know? And I have plans to do other stuff, too. Like, well, I say plans, but really just more like I want to stream a variety of stuff. I don't want to just make it all about one game. But this definitely is like... I might make fan art of this. I don't know. Like, I just really love this game. It is phenomenal. I'm glad I got to play it. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm sorry I ramble on a lot, guys, but yeah. So we are going to call it a night here. I know it's a little short, but I had a great time, and I hope y'all did too. We are gonna go ahead and raid somebody. I think. Oh.
Take that, depression.
Thank you. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Nurcap? Nurcap? Sorry, I hope I'm saying it right. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid somebody. We're gonna go ahead and raid someone I think a few people here know. Maybe if you're new here, you may not know them, but well, we used to be friends, but not really anymore. But they're still a great streamer and content creator and artist I look up to a lot. We're going to raid Fairbanks. They are debuting their 3.0 model of their character Laura, which they played in my D&D game a while back, and it is, from what I peeked in, they're actually back. From what I peeked in, that it's looking great, and they make some phenomenal models for streaming, and maybe one day I'd be able to afford a model like that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give them some love because they're a good bean, you know. They're yeah, I don't want to be dumber, but just, you know, I miss them. They probably don't miss me, but we're gonna give them some love either way. This was a fun time as always. Yeah, thank you so much for being here again, everybody. I really appreciate it. So here are the raid messages. If you are subbed, you can use this one on the first one. If you aren't subbed, you can use the second one that has like little knives. If you aren't subbed, oh, I sorry, said that. If you aren't subbed, you can use the second one, or you can just use your own emotes or just the words, whatever you want. And again, I really appreciate everybody that came by and came by and watched, and if you were chatting or just lurking, I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. It means a lot that, you know, people want to, you know, watch me do these things. That it's something that I hope in the next year I can really do a bit more full-time. But we're gonna go ahead and raid Fairbanks. Be good, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye. Mwah.